In today's world, the strength of an economy is often seen as a reflection of its efficiency. But what does it take to build an efficient global economy, one that drives sustainable growth, creates opportunities, and reduces poverty? And just as importantly, what happens when countries adopt failed economic policies that hinder development and create instability? Today, we're comparing the most efficient economies with those that have struggled with economic policies that have led to unemployment, inflation, and widespread poverty. We'll examine the role of government policies, international trade, and investment in infrastructure, and how some countries have risen to prosperity while others have faltered. At the heart of any efficient economy is the ability to allocate resources wisely, invest in key industries, and manage inflation while ensuring that wealth is distributed in a way that benefits society as a whole. But when policies fail, the consequences can be devastating, leading to inefficiency, economic stagnation, and a decline in living standards. Let's take a look at both sides of the economic spectrum. One of the key factors that defines an efficient economy is market-driven growth, and Singapore stands as a prime example. This small island nation has transformed from a poor, resource-scarce country into one of the most prosperous economies in the world. Singapore's success lies in its commitment to free market principles, where private enterprise drives economic growth and the government provides a strong framework for businesses to thrive. By prioritizing global trade, investing in education, and fostering a culture of entrepreneurship, Singapore has created a highly efficient economy with low unemployment, high wages, and a robust financial sector. The country's government has successfully balanced the need for regulation with the freedom for businesses to operate and expand. Its emphasis on financial innovation and technological advancement has allowed it to maintain economic growth even during global recessions. Another example of an efficient economy is Germany, which is often regarded as the economic engine of Europe. After World War II, Germany adopted a social market economy, a model that combines free market capitalism with strong social policies aimed at providing a safety net for citizens. This approach has allowed Germany to become a leader in manufacturing, automotive industries, and engineering while maintaining strong social welfare programs for its people. Germany's commitment to innovation, vocational education, and export-led growth has made it one of the world's largest and most efficient economies. The country's ability to invest in infrastructure while maintaining high productivity levels has been a model for other nations looking to balance economic growth with social stability. Despite challenges such as an aging population, Germany has shown resilience in adapting its policies to remain a global economic leader. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have countries like Venezuela, where failed economic policies have led to devastating consequences for the population. Once one of the wealthiest countries in Latin America due to its oil reserves, Venezuela has faced one of the most severe economic collapses in modern history. The root cause of Venezuela's economic crisis can be traced to mismanagement of oil revenues, excessive government spending, and unsustainable socialist policies. The government's over-reliance on oil exports led to a failure to diversify the economy, leaving the country vulnerable to global oil price fluctuations. Inflation skyrocketed, basic goods became scarce, and unemployment rates soared. The result has been a humanitarian crisis, where millions of Venezuelans have fled the country in search of better opportunities. Another example of failed economic policies is the Greek debt crisis, which began in the late 2000s. Greece's economic troubles were largely the result of excessive government borrowing, unsustainable public spending, and a lack of economic reforms. Despite being a part of the European Union and using the euro as its currency, Greece found itself unable to compete with more efficient economies like Germany and France, leading to a series of bailouts from international creditors. The Greek government's failure to implement structural reforms in areas like tax collection, pension systems, and public sector efficiency led to a deep recession, high unemployment, and social unrest. While Greece has since made strides in implementing austerity measures and economic reforms, the damage done to its economy will take years, if not decades, to repair. International trade plays a crucial role in driving the efficiency of global economies. Countries that embrace open trade policies tend to have higher levels of economic growth and productivity because they can access a wider range of resources, markets, and innovations. Take China, for example. By embracing market reforms and opening up to global trade, China has lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty and has become the world's second-largest economy. Export-led growth, combined with foreign investment, has propelled China's rise, although it also faces challenges such as overcapacity in industries and income inequality. Despite these hurdles, China's embrace of globalization has been a key driver of its economic efficiency. The economic collapse in Zimbabwe serves as another example of how poor economic management can lead to total financial ruin. For years, Zimbabwe followed policies that included land reforms, currency devaluation, and state-controlled industries. However, these policies were poorly implemented and led to hyperinflation, high unemployment, and a collapse of the agricultural sector, which was once the backbone of the economy. At its peak, Zimbabwe's inflation rate reached an astronomical 89.7 billion% per month, rendering the local currency nearly worthless. The government's mismanagement of resources, along with excessive printing of money, led to a complete collapse of public services and a drastic fall in living standards for millions of citizens. When we compare the world's most efficient economies to those that have suffered due to failed economic policies, the lessons become clear. The key to success lies in wise resource management, diversification, and long-term investment. Nations that prioritize education, innovation, and international trade tend to experience economic growth that is sustainable and resilient. On the other hand, failed economic policies that focus on short-term gains without proper planning can lead to economic collapse, unemployment, and widespread poverty. The question then becomes, what can other nations learn from these examples? How can they ensure that their policies promote not just growth, but equitable and sustainable prosperity? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global economies and the policies that shape them. In our next video, we'll be exploring the impact of technology on economic growth and how nations can use innovation to fuel future prosperity. Stay tuned for more.